But the Haney and Jojo Diaz fight, I mean, that's what it's all about to me. Fucking two young guys, both in their 20s. I think Diaz really in his prime. Haney kind of coming into his prime. You know, this is a great fucking fight. This is one of those where these are the kind of matchups that boxing needs. You know, two young guys that are not afraid to put it on the line, you know, that are both coming off some really nice wins. Diaz completely outboxed Javier Fortuna. Haney got a tough, hard-fought decision over Jorge Linares and got hurt in that fight and survived it and got through it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, proved that he's a really tough kid. I think that was the Linares fight was a big fight for his development as far as, you know, when you fight guys at the elite level, you know, what they're going to bring to the table. And I think that fight's going to help him prepare for this one. My gut is telling me that Diaz is going to win this fight. I know that's probably not a popular opinion, but my gut is telling me that Diaz has a little more experience fighting at this level, and he's, I think, shown for me to be a little more durable. I think Haney's a little bit chinny. Sometimes, to me, his game looks a little incomplete or a little immature. You know, he'll be so sharp. He's got one of the best jabs in all of boxing already, and he'll be so sharp for stretches, and then it just sort of turns off for a little bit. And I think if he does that with this kid, you know, he's going to be in trouble. I think that Diaz, between the fights with Fortuna, you know, having that hard fight with Rakhimov, the loss to Gary Russell, you know, and he has gotten some other excellent wins as well. I just think that he's proven at a higher level what he's capable of a few more times for me than Haney has. But if Haney is able to beat this guy and beat him clean and convincingly, you know, it puts him in one of the top spots at 135 for me. You know, another perfect example of Diaz, you know, being able to bust up a more technical boxer is the Tevin Farmer fight. You know, and Farmer is one of the slickest, best defensive fighters in the whole sport. And Diaz completely broke him down. So, and to me, almost stopped him. So if he can do that to Tevin Farmer, I think that there's some of that's going to translate over to Haney. But I also think that, particularly early, you know, that Haney jab is so much to get past. And I think that was kind of what tripped Linares up for the first half, was like, how am I going to get past this fucking jab? And I think that until Diaz can figure that out, it's going to be Haney's fight. But I think overall Diaz is going to be able to break him down and get to him, you know, maybe by decision, probably by decision, but maybe he stops him at some point late in the fight. I'm not saying Haney's taking this fight too soon, win, lose, or draw. I think it's going to help him to grow. But I just think that Diaz, based on that last performance against Fortuna, is really coming into his prime and is really at his peak as a fighter. So.